I cheated on my husband 3 months ago. How do I make it right? Damn, that's what's gonna happen today. But before we start, welcome friends, welcome to my channel, welcome to my cozy little space. I hope you had a lovely summer. If not, there's still time. I miss you all so much. So grab a drink and let's go. So I'm gonna try not to get my morals get the better of me. Just kind of try to take a step back, read, and then me and you gonna kind of discuss and give our thoughts on the whole thing. Anyway, I made a Reddit account to hopefully find some way to fix things between me and my husband. I would like to first of all say please don't send me hate. Okay, girl? We'll see. Do we need to send you hate? Do we? I can assure you with 100% certainty anything you send me, I have already told myself. Well, at least she kind of knows that she effed up. That's a good start, right? I am just looking for advice on how I can fix things and we can be a loving couple again. 3 months ago, I went on a business trip, a 3-day trip. On the first night, I went out for drinks with some of my co-workers. While out, a man started flirting with me and I liked the attention. My husband has always been loving and supportive. He's handsome, in incredible shape, and he constantly compliments me. God, don't you always find it's always the good ones that get cheated on? Whether it's a woman or a man, you're like, what? Like, is it like you get bored? Like, what is this? Is it like trauma, girl? Like, why? I don't know why I felt so gratified by this random guy, but I did. After way too many drinks, I went with him to his apartment and we had... Immediately afterwards, I realized what I had done and left. I cut my part in the work trip short, saying I felt ill and went home. I immediately confessed to my husband. Oh, so she told him. Okay, so that's rare. Usually people try to kind of like hide it or like months or years go past until they find out. Okay, so she's like taking the responsibility at least for her mistake. I told him everything, offered to answer all his questions. He said he needed to go for a walk, and when he came back, he just asked me if I liked it. I think that literally that is the question that everyone asks, like whether they stay with a person or not. This is like one of the top 3 questions, I will say. I was honest with him. I didn't. It was fumbling drunk as with a man that clearly didn't care if I enjoyed it. I mean, what do you expect? You really thought that someone doesn't know you, they're gonna make you feel good? I think they're gonna be quite selfish. I mean, if you wanted to feel good, you probably should have went to your husband, but I guess you already know that. This guy is nowhere near as good as my husband is. I told him all of this. He just stood there looking at me and told me he needed to go out for a bit of think and left again. He was gone for a couple of hours and finally stumbled back through the front door really drunk. Oh dear. He could barely speak, kind of drunk. So he was mumbling, so I mean he had quite a few drinks by the sounds of it. This is now have become a common theme since it happened. Oh, bless him. So he's trying... I mean, he sounds incredibly understanding that he didn't leave and pack his bags. But he sounds like he's also kind of trying to drink the trauma that you gave him away and kind of deal with it, but kind of using alcohol to kind of make himself, I guess, numb or forget the whole thing, which obviously doesn't work in the long run. He's gone from drinking maybe 3 times a month at the most to drinking every night. Oh my God. And not just drinking, but getting blackout drunk and passing out either in our backyard or on the couch. He started smoking cigarettes again. He quit 2 years ago. Girl, you just literally ruined that man. You just brought him back to his old habits. He's been blowing off our friends when they invite him out on events. He just goes to work, comes home, drinks and smokes, passes out. He hasn't gone to the gym since I told him. He used to go 5 times a week. He barely eats anything. Whenever I try to talk to him, he just responds with a short answer or mumbles. He had our first marriage counseling session today and he barely spoke. The counselor tried to get something out of him, but he just did the same. Short answers or mumbles. I feel like this woman is kind of she keeps living her life whilst he's suffering the consequences of what happened, which is a bit odd. It seems to me like she's kind of keeps on living and she put all the responsibility on him, and he's such a good man that he's kind of dealing with it and not even giving her shit for what she's done. That's just, I mean, applause to him, but like I think he needs to pack his shit and go. But let's keep on reading before we come to a conclusion. I've offered everything I can think to make things right. I've been doing things he has always done for me. Make coffee for him each morning, tell him he's handsome, offer to do errands for him. He doesn't seem to care anymore. Well, obviously he doesn't, Han, and I'll tell you why. You said in a start that he looks amazing, he's handsome, he looks after his health, after his body, he's fit, he does everything, he compliments you. And in his head, I can imagine all these things didn't work and you still went and cheated. So why should he go to the gym 5 times a week? Why should he eat healthy? Why should he give you compliments? Why should he give you coffee in the morning if all that didn't work? See, so he might as well just don't do anything because it didn't work anyway, right? He just seems like a shell of him former self. I'm really scared I've done something irreparable. Yep. I haven't seen him smile this entire time. 2 nights ago, he came back from whatever pub he has been drinking out with a bloody nose and a black eye. I was horrified and trying to find out what happened. He just told me to F off. It's a man thing. He just, like I said, he's trying to fill the void. He probably getting aggression out on someone else, starting fights, just so he doesn't have this image of you doing that thing that you did. Whether it's physical pain, he's like ruining his health, like he just feeling the pain and he doesn't know how to deal with it, obviously. And he deals with it like many men do. And I don't blame him. I mean, what is he to do? I think he just needs to kind of come to a decision, which he will. I think he will. I think this is kind of his maybe like pain phase, and he will come to acceptance, I think. And then I think he started telling me I might as well go find the guy I cheated with so I can be happy. Yep. I tried telling him I've always been happy with him, but then he threw it back in my face asking why I cheated then. I don't have an answer. I've spent these months racking my brain, but I can't think of a single reason why I did it. He wasn't better looking, nicer, or in better shape, or more attentive, or anything like that. It's always the case. It is always the case. Please tell me in the comments if I actually know someone who cheated. Do you know anyone who cheated? Even if you go of celebrities or the people we see on the screens, they always cheat with someone who is worse looking. I mean, it's a fact. They always cheat with a girl who's much worse, and then you see the wife and you're like, what? Or they go off with some guy that literally looks like a boy, and then you see the husband, you're like, what are you thinking? So there's literally no correlation that they cheated with someone who looks better. It's always literally the opposite. It's just, that's what it is. It's crazy. That conversation when he came back with a bloody nose and black eye is the longest one we've had since I told him what I did. I don't know what to do. Have I ruined my marriage? I'm asking the man here, is there something your cheating partner did that made you feel better? I'm lost. Love my husband more than anything, and watching him spiral is killing me. Please, I need advice. Please leave your comments down below and tell me, have you been in a similar situation? What should he do? I definitely do not care what she does. I much more feel for him. I would love to know your opinion. Does marriages work after like people cheat? Do they actually try to kind of, if you've been in a similar situation, did it work? I mean, let me just tell you my opinion. So I don't think it will ever work. When the heart breaks, and yeah, you can put it with glue, but you're still gonna see all those cracks no matter what you do. It was pure and it was full of trust, and he saw you as his. Well, now you're kind of like, I don't want to say you're dirty, but you're like, he has this image in his head that will never shift. Even if he works through it with a counselor, it will always be there. Let me just tell you, I have 2 close people that one has been cheated on and the other one cheated. I never engage in a conversation on this topic with them, neither did they come to me, because they kind of know my morals. And watching now, years on, it's been years and years. One is a little bit more recent than the other one, but none of them are happy. None of them are happy. Both of them, so one person that has been cheated on, the other person, the cheater, they both checked out emotionally. They checked out. So the person who has been cheated on, that person is all about running the life and getting the comfort for themselves, not caring about the emotional side. They kind of went and said, you know what, I'm gonna get everything that I can from this. I'm gonna be pampered, I'm gonna have cleaners, nails, treatment, just everything, and kind of done with that, but which never works because your soul is not filled, your heart is not filled. The other person, when they kind of said, the cheater, they kind of said, you know what, I don't give a, checked out emotionally as well, and has constant arguments, never happy, came to me crying, I'm leaving, although they cheated, and I'm leaving because I'm not happy. Yeah, you're not happy because the partner who has been cheated on, they kind of not been the same to them anymore, so they are not happy. So I'm like, are you surprised? So in my opinion, it doesn't work. They need to separate, and I feel like it's Faith done him a favor, and he needs to listen to it. He needs to pack his bags and leave. And I know this, I truly believe this, that he's gonna find his true love. He thinks that she's the love of his life, and that's why he's so much pain and he's using all these substances. But I truly believe if he leaves, and it's like a sign, he will find his true love. And when he does, he's gonna look back at her and he's gonna think, oh my God, now I know that this is love. And that wasn't. Because when you're truly in love, these things don't happen. So I believe that he needs to go, and he will be so happy, and he'll be rewarded. She can do whatever she wants. Hopefully she learned a lesson. I mean, in my opinion, once a cheater, always a cheater, but maybe not. Maybe she learned, and hopefully also for her sake in the next relationship, maybe she'll be much better at having a relationship, and maybe she'll appreciate what she actually has now. So I think they should need to go separate ways. I'm 100,000% sure that he'll find his true love, and I don't know whether she'll find it again. She probably always gonna be hung on him, how good he was, but she also will be more appreciative of what she gets in her next relationship. Thank you so much for watching. Please leave a like, subscribe, and leave your comment down below, because I would love to know what you think on the whole cheating thing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.